welcome. My name is Melinda Colettos, my husband Phil Griffin. Together we're Professor Chef and we teach you how to play with your food. So tonight we're going to be making chicken croquettes. Last night we made
roasted chicken with lemon.
And homemade croutons. So we're using those leftovers to make the chicken croquettes.
I did the leftovers in the way I made the chicken because I was making chicken croquettes.
Yeah.
And just a side note, we do not have a video person today. We're shooting this by ourselves.
Yes.
So we'll give it a try.
Hopefully.
All right, so what I'm doing is I'm going to use the food processor for a lot of the leftovers, but when it comes to the chicken, I want to hand dice it. The reason why I want to hand dice it is as I'm going through with my knife and I'm feeling with my hands, I can tell if there's any bones in there.
You can still miss some.
You can, but you're better off doing it that way.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that I like the bigger chunks of chicken in there. I don't want it all be pureed. I want to feel some chicken.
But although we love willow tree, which is really pureed. But
no, it's not.
Yeah, willow tree.
You know what the secret to make good willow tree is?
Yes. Lots of heavy cream and brown sugar.
Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run the knife through nice and slow. If you notice, I'm rocking my knife. If I rock my knife, I can get a lot finer cut. And if I keep the knife up against my hand, I can get a lot finer cut. And if I keep the knife up against my hand.
So what he's doing is basically running the blade on. It never lifts up off the board. The point kind of stays down. And the cutting motion is a forward motion. A lot of people do back. No, the proper way is a front motion.
If you notice, one thing I'm not doing is I'm not making a lot of noise.
Right.
If you make a lot of noise, you're not cutting. You're hitting the board. Not doing anything. So now I cut it one way. Now I go back and cut it the other way. I'm getting a nice small.
No, it's very fine. It's very fine. You know, you are.
And I don't think I found any bones in here. When I was taking the meat off, I made sure I didn't have any.
I do see lemon peel though.
No, that's not lemon peel. That's the yellow squash.
Oh, that's yellow squash. Okay. Not that lemon peel would be a bad thing because I love the lemon peel, but
we didn't want it too bitter.
Yeah. I know everything I cook has lemon or vinegar in it, right?
Yeah. And this is about half a chicken right now, so we get a good yield out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, because we ate the chicken last night. So last night, if you maybe not all of you saw what we did last night, but we made a lemon chicken on a bed of vegetables. And those vegetables were carrots, onions, peppers, and then we had another one where we did potatoes.
So I'm going to do a little bit of flavor in here. I'm going to add some fresh sage leaves.
Yep. How old are those sage plants now?
Oh, at least 5 years old.
Yeah, we get those out of our garden.
So what I'm doing is I'm bunching these up really, really nice, small. Again, that nice thin cut. Here's the word here. It's a chiffonade.
Yep. Beautiful. Oh my God, I can smell it. It's so aromatic.
And I'm putting this in here because it's like a Thanksgiving Day spice.
Yeah, herb.
Herb, yeah.
Yeah, so you always get, what is it? What's the poultry blend?
Coffee, sage, rosemary, thyme?
No, that's a song. Oh, it escapes me. Oh well, lots of stuff has been escaping me lately.
Thyme, sage. I don't know, sometimes people use rosemary.
Rosemary, yeah, and the poultry blend. You're right.
Yeah.
That's what
So, so what I'm doing now is I get all that in here. I am now going to put the rest of the stuff in the food processor.
This food processor has made an appearance before. I'm just going to move this out to the shot. We love this little one. It's a Cuisinart, and the blade goes both ways.
I'm going to need it.
Okay. The blade goes both ways. It's very inexpensive.
So this is the potato. A lot of recipes that you can look at.
I don't think people can hear you.
This is the potato. A lot of recipes probably don't have potato in it, but I like using it. Actually, the recipe I came up with to do this is actually, I saw this recipe, I modified a hash recipe.
Yeah, it was a corned beef hash recipe that we jumped off of. We do that a lot. Like,
yeah.
We'll go online and look at a few different recipes and then take a little from here, take a little from here, kind of make it our own.
Okay, looks pretty good. So that's the roasted potatoes.
And one of the reasons we like this is because it's so small. A lot of times when you have those huge food processors, if you're doing something that just has a little bit of ingredient, it gets lost, and that's a pain in the neck, you know, to clean the big thing. Okay.
So that's the potatoes. Now we're gonna put in some veggies. So the veggies, there was onions in with the potatoes. So in here we have peppers, a little bit of yellow squash, a little bit of carrot, and peppers.
Right. So everything that was on the bottom of the roasting pan last night.
And there's a little bit of liquid in here, so this is gonna help make it nice and moist.
There you go.
Like maybe like a song.
I know, this one's tight.
Okay. This is a little bit wetter.
So a few years ago, Philip and I went to Sturbridge Village, and we did a program called Boarding with the Bixby's. So we actually got costumed. We had to pick a craft. So our craft, of course, was mutton butchering, because what else would we pick, you know? Wasn't knitting or weaving. And we got to spend overnight in the blacksmith's cabin, and we had a beautiful dinner of turkey and potatoes, basically like a kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner. If you ever take a class with us, ask us about what happened, because it's going to be too long to go in here, but very funny story.
All right, tell them what I'm doing right now while you're still talking.
What do you do? Oh, you're breaking up the bread.
So that was the croutons that we had left over.
Oh, okay. That's
so I'm literally using everything.
But when we did that experience at Sturbridge Village, in the morning, we had to have breakfast. So what we did was cook a big wooden bowl with a mezzaluna. Okay, so that's one blade that goes back and forth like this. Put the turkey, the mashed potatoes, everything that we had for dinner the previous night, and put it in cast iron skillet. And the guy who was in charge of it walked away, which was a good thing, because it got a nice char on it. Wasn't that like the best breakfast in the world? And it was because he left it alone, because he didn't fuss with it, so it was a good thing.
And putting the bread at the end, I was able to pretty much clean everything up. Look at that.
I still have to wash that.
Yeah, but there's not about a lot of stuff left from the bottom of that anymore.
Okay.
You did a pretty good job, huh?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You're proud of yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm always proud of
Okay.
myself. All right. So now, I'm gonna mix it all together. I'm gonna use my hands.
That's what God gave you, right?
All right, can you put some salt and pepper in here, please?
Absolutely.
So what I want to do when I'm mixing this together, yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to see how wet it is. If it's too wet, I will add a little bit of breadcrumb to it. All right, looks good.
We only use, he only uses kosher salt because he likes the way it feels in his hands, and he can judge a lot better.
Oh, can you plug in my
Sure.
burner, please?
So yeah, we use non-iodized kosher salt when he's cooking. What do you want this on?
5.
Okay.
Can you put some oil in there?
Yep.
Decent amount.
A decent amount.
We're pan frying, so when you pan fry, you want to cook half of it and then flip the other one over. So you want to use a little bit more oil.
There you go. Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's all right.
All right.
All right, so that looks pretty good. It's a little wet, but not so wet that I wouldn't try it. And believe it or not, you could try tasting this right now. There's nothing. It's all cooked.
It's all.
All right, so we're gonna do a semi-standard breading procedure. No good. So we'll make the patties. I'm making patties. I like the ones with the cone on it. Melinda likes the logs. These are just gonna cook easier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything's cooked.
So we're gonna put
You're just cooking the outside.
Egg.
Browning.
breadcrumb.
And this is the secret to the kernels extra crispy. Back
Egg.
in the egg, and then back in the bread.
More breadcrumb.
So that gives a thicker crust. So that's the only difference between KFC regular chicken and the extra crispy. But we don't know what the secret spices are. Yeah, so I mean, the cooking is a personal thing, and whatever shape you like is the shape you're going to make. So if you want a patty, you want, I like the hot dog kind, I think you said that.
Yeah.
My mother used to make them like big. Like I like mine like a little log, like a hot dog, but my mother used to make croquettes, and I don't know.
These are big ones, but if I was doing fish, like you Italians do with the baklava, is that it? The salted cod?
For the love of God. Baklava is a Greek dessert.
So what's that?
Bacala is the dried.
Oh, that sounds so close.
But they're very different things.
You Italians get some weird
Well, it's
rules.
kind of like going to the Gano Street Central Meat Market and asking in Massachusetts, in his Massachusetts lingo, he wanted pork hocks. When we got home and undid everything, we came home with pork hearts. So.
All right. So what's two is you want to make these up ahead of time. You can actually put a chill on them. They'll bread easier.
Yeah, ready.
And once you bread them, there's nothing wrong with freezing these and cooking them up ahead of time.
Yeah.
Cooking them up that way.
Right. Well, and remember, everything's cooked except the outside. It's
Yeah.
You know.
And I like these. These got a lot of nice color in them.
Yeah, well, because of the ingredients.
You know.
You know?
So I'm gonna show it underneath here. But if you red, I got green. I got some orange in there, some white. It's got a nice color base to it. I got the spatula, and I flipped it over. But what I also did was, I didn't want to plop it in because if I did, I'd have grease everywhere, and I don't need to have grease everywhere.
But we did this last night too.
Right.
You look at the color on that.
Can
The reason that there's color on that is because you didn't touch it, right?
Can you do me a favor and take this and put it on the burner
Yeah.
and finish cooking it because I want to make a little bit of sauce.
Can you leave it down? Thank you.
I'm going to make a little bit of sauce to go with this. So I'm going to put the little pot on the burner. In here we have the drippings from what we made last night. Save that. Going to heat that up. See that? I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch in here. I'm going to add a splash of wine because I wanted some sort of liquid to thin this out with. And the wine's just got good flavor.
This is not in the recipe that we published.
No, but I wanted to make a little sauce.
So I'll write it up and do it once we take this video down and put up the YouTube one.
So that's boiling pretty good. And in there, I'm going to put I had it, a dash of Dijon mustard in there. So this sauce is going to have a little tang to it with the white wine and the Dijon.
Okay, so right now I'm smelling something, so I'm going to go address it over there, but using your nose is one of the ways we tell if things are done, but just going to give us a quick look.
It's a little bit too thick. Okay, just a little splash of wine.
I'm going to take this out.
Okay. All right. Need that cooked that. That looks good. You took away the salt and pepper on me.
Yes, I did.
A pinch of salt. A little bit of pepper. Give it a little taste. Very good. A nice tang to it. You gonna bring it over here so people can see it?
Yeah.
All right.
We switch. So, there you go. This is the finished product. Okay. Looks beautiful. Now,
I'm gonna put it over
a
here
little
so
sauce on that.
a little sauce on it so you guys can see it up close. That looks really, really
Does
good.
it taste like chicken gravy?
No.
No?
That's chicken Dijon.
That's because
Because I get the white wine and
Can
the
I
Dijon
taste
mustard.
it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't get to taste too often. Oh wow. That's not, no, you're getting a,
Get the
the
tang.
Dijon.
Yeah.
You didn't put that much in there either.
No, but it's the white wine also.
Ah, okay.
And this was a lemon chicken, so this is going to go well with it. Yeah.
Acid.
So-
Acid and salt. Acid and salt. I think people forget that. all
Nice,
the time.
nice and crispy, crunchy. Look at
Yeah.
that. That is gorgeous.
That is beautiful.
I love it.
Looks like I made it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you're proud of yourself. You're happy.
Comfort food plus.
food. Yep,
Mhm.
absolutely comfort food.
Yep.
So,
All right, that's it.
all right, so that's our dinner tonight. Chicken again.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow night is a curry chicken salad, and
We're gonna over this.
we're gonna make our own mayo. The next
Then we're gonna finish off with rice
rice
pudding.
pudding. Oh my gosh, that's the end of the week.
And don't forget, Saturday
Saturday
we're
we're
doing
gonna
a
a
what is
Zoom call. It's $7 per household.
go to Professor Chef and you can click the little button.
Yep, professorchef.com, and you can sign up on the webpage right there. And also, when we're going to take this video down, and we're going to load it up to YouTube, and then put it back onto Facebook if you want to watch it again. But if you do go over to YouTube, please subscribe, and I think that's it.
Good to go.
So we'll see you tomorrow night. Live
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good.